ಇದು ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಡನ್ನಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ.
ಗುಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್ ಎವ್ರಿವನ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಊಟ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಹೋಪ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Now the quick ಇದು on the press conference, Honorable Minister Sir and Chairman Kionics and all the other dignitaries on the dais and all the media personnel here. We are almost on the, we have reached the 50% mark of the Bangalore Tech Summit. Somewhere we are in the midway. Lot of activities since the last 1.5 days. I think you have seen, apart from launching the the major launching KIO, we also seen a lot of other activities, lot of discussions going on the sidelines, lot of round tables, lot of meaningful partnerships going on, and even the exhibitions. I think people are thronging, lot of youngsters, lot of investors, etc. All the stalls are bustling with activity. So without much ado, I would like to hand over the mic to our Honorable Minister to kind of sure. Okay. Honorable Chairperson of Kionics to brief us on the happenings of the last 1.5 days and also what we plan ahead. Thank you.
ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಸೀನರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರು ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕ್ ಖರ್ಗೆಜಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸ್ತಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದು 2ನೇ ದಿನದ ಪತ್ರಿಕಾಗೋಷ್ಠಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ, ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಬಯಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಬಯಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ತಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಸಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಚಾರದಿಂದ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಆದಂಥ ಅದ್ಧೂರಿ ಆದಂಥ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಏನಿದೆ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಟೆಕ್ ಸಮಿಟ್ಗೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಒಂದು ಸಹಕಾರಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ತಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ, ಏನು 28ನೇ ಸಂಚಿಕೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಟೆಕ್ ಸಮಿಟ್ದು, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಪ್ಯಾಲೇಸಿಂದ BIECಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸಹಜವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆತಂಕ ಇತ್ತು. ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ. ಆದರೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಆದಂಥ ಇನಾಗ್ಯುರಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ 1200ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡೋಂಥವ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 20,000ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಜನ ಏನು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು 60 ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಗಳಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಗಳು ಬಂದು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಂತೋಷ ಮತ್ತು ಸಮಾಧಾನನ ತಂದಿದೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು 2ನೇ ದಿನ ಕೂಡ ಸುಮಾರು 2 ವಾರ ಅಲ್ಲ 2 ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲ ಸತತವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನದ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಫಲಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಏನು LOIಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದ ಮಿತ್ರರಿಗೆ ಬೆಳಕು ಚೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಸೇರಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಹೇಳೋಂಥದ್ದು ಏನಂದರೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಏನು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಟೆಕ್ ಸಮಿಟಿನ 2ನೇ ದಿನ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಾವು 6 ನೂತನವಾದಂಥ LOIಗಳನ್ನ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಸೈನ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ತಮಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮತ್ತು ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಕಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಮಪ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಡ್ರೋನ್ ಫೆಡರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ ರಫ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 50 to 100 crores ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. They are setting up their facility, a drone testing facility in Chikbalapur district. ಚಿಕ್ಕಬಳ್ಳಾಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತದ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾದಂಥ ಡ್ರೋನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ 6 LOIಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಶೇಷತೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ 6 LOIಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಲೀಪ್ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಟರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ನಾವು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿನ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಹೊರಗಡೆ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಹೊರಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಾಗಗಳಿಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಲೀಪ್ ಕವರ್ಸ್ ದ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರು ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ 6 LOIs have been signed beyond Bangalore. The drone testing facility is the first of its kind to create a drone testing facility in about 20 acre space. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಜಾಗನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಸ್ಥಳಾವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು PPP ಆಧಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರೋನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫೆಡರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಜೊತೆ ಸಹಯೋಗದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಡ್ರೋನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಉತ್ತೇಜನ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅಲೈಡ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ತರೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು LOIನ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. We are anticipating that this is going to create anywhere between 500 to 600 jobs around the drone testing facility. Another thing which we're really proud to announce is that Global HDI has signed up an LOI with the government of Karnataka. Global HDI ಒಂದು PCB ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪನಿ. PCBಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಮತ್ತು ಹೈ ಎಂಡ್ PCBಗಳ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ತುಮಕೂರಿನಲ್ಲೇ ಸುಮಾರು 84 ಎಕರೆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ವಸಂತ್ ನರಸಾಪುರ 4ನೇ ಹಂತದ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕಾ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 1500 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಳ ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಹೂಡಿಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ 1000 ಉದ್ಯೋಗಗಳನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೂತನವಾಗಿ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡೋಂಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ PCBs ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್. ಒಂದು ಅಂಕಿಅಂಶ ಹಂಚ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸೋಂಥ ಸುಮಾರು 90% PCBಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ವಿದೇಶದಿಂದ ಬರೋಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಭಾರತದಿಂದ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ HDI ಅವರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಹೂಡಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆನ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸುಯೋ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಏನಿವತ್ತು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಗಳ ಒಂದು ಪವರ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಜಿನ್ಗೆ ಪವರ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಪವರ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಗಳ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಧಾರವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 30 ಎಕರೆಯ ಪ್ರದೇಶನ ಗುರುತಿಸಿ ಆ 30 ಎಕರೆ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವರು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಜೊತೆ ಒಡಂಬಡಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಪೈಲಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಸಲ್ಲಿ ಧಾರವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿರೋಂಥ VRL ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಳೆ ಏನು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕಂಬಷನ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕಂಬಷನ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ ಪವರ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಪೈಲಟಿನ ಕೆಲಸನ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಪವರ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಆ ಒಂದು 30 ಎಕರೆ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೇ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಕೆಲಸನ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು 700 ಉದ್ಯೋಗಗಳು ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೋಯೋ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅದೇ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತಿಳಿದಂಗೆ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರು ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಅಂತ ಪುನರುಚ್ಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಫಸಿಸ್ ಆನ್ sustainability, reusability, recycling, and to create a circular economy. We are very proud that in a first of its kind, using IP, patents and technology from India, we've created a lithium-ion battery recycling facility. Idu kuda beyond Bengaluru. This has also been created beyond Bangalore. ಗೌರಿಬಿದನೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಸುಮಾರು 54 ಎಕರೆ ಜಾಗನ ತಗೊಂಡು ರೀಸೈಕ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಯಿಂದ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, UN ಇಂದ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಸೈಕ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸುಮಾರು 600 ಉದ್ಯೋಗಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಗೌರಿಬಿದನೂರು ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೃಜನೆ ಆಗೋಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ one of the LOIs which we're the proudest of is going to be iSTEM research. iSTEM research is a product completely of Karnataka. So it was born in Karnataka, it was accelerated in Karnataka. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆದಂಥ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ, they are doing the greatest service of bringing sight back to those who have lost their vision. One of the key factors, there are 6 companies or there are 6 agencies around the world who are working on vision restoration, and this is one of 6 organizations around the world which is doing it. ಇದರ ವಿಶೇಷತೆ ಏನಂತಂದರೆ, ವಿದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೇತ್ರಹೀನರಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಹೀನರಿಗೆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿನ ವಾಪಸ್ ತರಬೇಕಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ $1.5 to $2 million to get this treatment abroad. iSTEM ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ 3-4 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಳೊಳಗಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯ. ಅದೇ ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್, ಇನ್ಕ್ಯುಬೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್, ಆಕ್ಸಲರೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ LV ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ PCB ಮತ್ತು ಈ PCB ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಯ ಒಂದು ಘಟಕನ ತುಮಕೂರು ಬಳಿ ಸುಮಾರು 30 ಎಕರೆಯ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಸುಮಾರು 300ರಿಂದ 400 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಡೋಂಥ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸುಮಾರು 250 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಳ ಬಂಡವಾಳನ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಇವತ್ತು ಹೂಡಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್, LOIs have been signed across sectors such as semiconductors, EV, battery, smart mobility, and biotech. A total of 3,500 direct and indirect jobs are expected to be an outcome of these 6 LOIs which we have signed up. The total investment is 2,600 crores. And as you can see, ನಾನು ಹೆಸರುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ನಗರಗಳಲ್ಲಿವೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಲೀಪ್ ಮತ್ತು ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನ, ಈ LOIಗಳನ್ನ, ಈ ಒಡಂಬಡಿಕೆಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಜೊತೆ ಸಹಿ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮೂಲಕ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೇವೆ. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ತಿಳಿದಂಗೆ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು, ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಸಚಿವರು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಬಾರಿ ಕೂಡ ಉಚ್ಚಾರ ಮಾಡೋಂಥದ್ದು ಏನಂದರೆ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಧಾರ ಸ್ತಂಭವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾನವ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ. One of the fundamental pillars on which Bangalore's growth story has been built is the human resource which we have, and we want to dedicate as much of our energy and as much of our force towards continuing to grow this human resource. So we are very proud that Marvel Semiconductors has tied up with the government of Karnataka to skill and train 90 women. ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ನಾನಾ ಕಾರಣಗಳಿಂದ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಗಳನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಸೆಮಿಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಹಿನಿಗೆ ತಂದು ಉದ್ಯೋಗದ ಮಾರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ತರಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಒಡಂಬಡಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ 90 women who've dropped out of the employment force for various reasons. Women who are educated, degree holders, graduates. We are going to be skilling them in semiconductor skills and bringing them into Marvel itself. This is a first of its kind arrangement which the government has made with Marvel. And ಅಂದಾಜಿಗೆ ಇದು ತರಬೇತಿನೇ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ದರದ ತರಬೇತಿ ಇದೆ. Training course itself is expensive, and one thing which we expect is that people who come trained out of these courses ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಳ ಒಂದು ಸಂಬಳನ ಗಳಿಕೆ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ದ ವಿಮೆನ್ ಹೂ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರುಪೀಸ್. ತಮಗೆ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಪುಣ ಯೋಜನೆ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇವತ್ತು 5 ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಜೊತೆ 4 ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 5 ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಟು 4,000 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಈ 4,000 ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪೈಕಿ 2,800 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹೈ ಎಂಡ್ ಜಾಬ್ಗಳನ್ನ, ಉದ್ಯೋಗಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಒಡಂಬಡಿಕೆನ ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ICT Academy has tied up with Capgemini to train 1,000 students. ARWS is also working with Capgemini to train another 1,000 students. Fuel is going to train students for Wells Fargo and Standard Chartered. And AI Sect will work with Sumeru Enterprises and FWC. ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಸುಮಾರು 4,000 ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕೊಡೋಂಥ ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಒಟ್ಟಾರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನೆಯಿಂದ ಸುಮಾರು 12.5 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಳಷ್ಟು ಖರ್ಚಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಈ 4,000 ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ತರಬೇತಿ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ತನ್ನ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ 5 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಳನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಯೋಜನೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಮೀಸಲಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಗಳು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇದನ್ನು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಹಿಂದಿನಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಕಿಂಡ್ರಲ್ ಜೊತೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಾ ಜೊತೆ, ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ರಿ ಜೊತೆ, ಬಯೋಕಾನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ತರಬೇತಿಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದು ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಮುಂದುವರೆದ ಭಾಗ ಅಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, as you can guess, I think the theme of today's press conference has pretty much been beyond Bangalore. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಮುಂದುವರೆದ ಭಾಗಗಳಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇವತ್ತು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಎಲಿವೇಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಡೀಪ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಎಲಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಸೈಡ್ amounts of about 50 lakhs to 1 crore to about 40 entrepreneurs, selected startups to receive these deep tech grants. People who are going to be working in the deep tech, for them the government is going to start Elevate Next to work in the deep tech. ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಎಲಿವೇಟ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಮರ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಟೀಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಎಲಿವೇಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮನ ಆಯೋಜನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಭಾಗಗಳಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರತಿಭಾವಂತರಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕಲ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ we are starting Elevate Beyond Bangalore, which is going to give an opportunity to 50 startups to get grants of up to 50 lakh rupees. So, ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನ ನೂತನವಾಗಿ ಈ ಬಾರಿ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೋ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಿವೇಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲಿವೇಟ್ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ನ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇವತ್ತೇನು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಎಲಿವೇಟ್ನ ಗೆದ್ದಂಥ ಹಲವಾರು ನವೋದ್ಯಮಿಗಳೇನಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಸುಮಾರು 50 ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಇವತ್ತು ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಈ ಒಂದು ಪತ್ರಿಕಾಗೋಷ್ಠಿ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಸಚಿವರ ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಲೋಕಾರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮನ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಈ ಒಂದು 50 ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಆಗ್ರಿಟೆಕ್, ಮೆಡ್ಟೆಕ್, ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಟೆಕ್, AI, IoT, ಸೈಬರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ, ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಹಲವಾರು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಿಂದ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿನೂತನವಾದಂಥ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರಗಳ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ with the kind of response which we've got for Bangalore Tech Summit from day one and midway through day two, and we are very anticipating and looking forward to what's coming up tomorrow. As you know, the government has made a very big push towards the Future Makers Conclave, which we are having tomorrow, where we're expecting to bring in more than 10,000 founders and startups under one roof, which is not only going to be Bangalore or Karnataka's biggest, but possibly India's and the world's largest number of founders and startups under one roof. So we really hope that you can all be a part of that meeting, come, be present, and show the great vibrancy which we are able to see here at Bangalore Tech Summit. ಅದರಿಂದ ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಮಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿನ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಂಡು ಈಗ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಶಾಂತ್ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥ್ ಪೈ ಅವರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಇನೋವೇಷನ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟಿನ ಒಂದು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಹಂಚ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮುಖಾಂತರವಾಗಿ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮನವಿ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಸಚಿವರು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರ ವರದಿಯನ್ನು ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಇನೋವೇಷನ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಶಾಂತ್ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥ್ ಪೈ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದಂಥ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ತಮಗೆ ಈ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮುಖಾಂತರವಾಗಿ ಮಾಹಿತಿನ ಹಂಚ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಗಮನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಸಾರ ಮಾಡಿರೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ತಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾನು ವಿರಾಮ ನೀಡ್ತೀನಿ.
So we now go forward and launch the Bangalore Innovation Report 4th edition. Just to let you know, this report has been leveraged by all industry leaders, all consulate generals, embassies, all startups, incubators, accelerators. We're very proud to now go for the 4th edition of the Bangalore Innovation Report, prepared in collaboration by KDM and Excel Partners and 3-1 Capital and many others. Many others who has contributed to this report. Mr. Madan Padaki is also here. Mr. Naganan is also here. They've all contributed to this report. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. 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 So we have obviously the mentor, Mr. Mohandas Pai as well, Mr. Naganand Doraswamy, Mr. Madan Padaki, Mr. Ravi Gururaj. We have our team, Mr. Aryan Mittal, who's an analyst who worked very hard, Mr. Bharat Chandra from KDM, Siddharth, you have always been there. Rahulji has also helped us to get the right data for us. Mr. Pai Natarajan from the Zinov, who has helped us, and our own fellows from our KDM team, Mr. Vakya. Thank you, Vakya. You can be, for a while, you can be on the stage as well. Come. So the young lady has worked very hard as well onto this. Thank you. Prashant and Siddharth, over to you.
Thank you, Sanjeev. So I think one thing I won't be able to do is switch between Kannada and English as well as Sharath did, right? So, anyways, so I think we are so fortunate as a state that when most of India thinks about something, we have already done it in Karnataka. So India is just starting to get familiar with the idea of innovation and the idea of deep tech and what sovereign autonomy, the value of sovereign autonomy for our country. And in Karnataka, we are already not only doing it, but scaling it. I think that's credit to our dynamic minister, Mr. Priyank Kharge, Sharath Bachegowda, and our secretary, Dr. Manjula. I think we have just an amazing team that will keep Karnataka not only at the forefront of whatever India needs in innovation, but keep us a step ahead. So Bangalore, of course, has been the cradle of IT. This is where it all began. This has been the hub for startups. This is what we have seen in the last 20 years. But it's very, very heartening to see that just in the last 3 years, we have also become the lab for global innovation. And the talent, and this did not, and this is a compounding effect. So if we didn't have IT, we wouldn't have startups. If we didn't have startups, we wouldn't have this innovation ecosystem. So this is credit to multiple generations of entrepreneurs and multiple government policies, and we create policies, sir, almost like one or two every year. That's the rate at which we create policies in the state. But what really I wanted to talk, sorry. So it's just a different pace at which we have learned to work with this collaborative ecosystem that we have built. So I'll just, so Siddharth will take you a little bit more on what are the components that build this innovation ecosystem, more at a sectoral level. I will just at an ecosystem level tell you how we are geared to lead in this endeavor of becoming this lab for innovation. Number one, I think talent density, right? Talent density, not just of just IT engineers, but talent density of deep engineering talent and entrepreneurs who have now chosen to spend their life's mission as creating the next generation of engineering products that are deeply rooted in science and creativity. So I think there is, so it's very different. I want you to understand, to create a consumer startup does require skills. Nobody's taking away any credit from somebody who has to create a great consumer startup. But the moats that you have to build to create a deep tech startup are multidimensional, multi-layered, and multidisciplinary. And it's very heartening to see that those entrepreneurs are, like in the many previous generations, are coming to Bangalore to build those startups. Because this is the city, that's what you'll see in the report. This is a city that gives them the right environment to be able to build that. And what are the two biggest pillars of that environment? One, the labs and the research institutes that we have always spoken about. but I don't think we have ever leveraged that for giving our nation leverage as a country. And that is what you will see with this new deep tech ecosystem. Bangalore will not only become the economic engine, we had already become the economic engine for the country. But now with this becoming the innovation engine, we'll become the city that the city and the state that will give leverage for our nation. Today in our geopolitical, the geopolitical challenges that all of us have seen, what our country has gone through, whether it's in Operation Sindoor or whether it's with our negotiations with global countries, what more do you need than this kind of capability where what we produce is not only important for our country, but is important for other people and gives us that leverage when we are on those negotiation tables. So the importance of Bangalore and our innovation ecosystem at a nation building level is taking more importance than ever before. So that is one thing I wanted to emphasize. And the second thing I wanted to emphasize is, more than anything, it is capital. And this capital, of course, is being enabled by different levels, and there's a lot of capital, new good capital that is being enabled by the government at the center. But I think what I wanted to emphasize is that, and I keep telling people that 80 to 90% of all venture funding now is housed in this city. And that is huge. So for any startup entrepreneur, if you have a great idea in deep tech today, and if you are building what we call as leap tech products. Sir, before you created this whole idea of leap, I don't think you ever thought about it. Leap tech is the hottest term in the Silicon Valley today. Leap tech. Yes, sir, leap tech. So, for example, what Elon Musk does is called leap tech. What is leap tech? Leap tech is the ability of an entrepreneur to build products that at a step change level change human experience, right? And it's also stuff that bends reality, which means that it's products that you still are not able to fathom and imagine, but get created, right? That's what Elon, and I think Bangalore is, thought about leap tech, not only to be built in Bangalore, but whole of Karnataka. So, 1 year to create leap tech. Leap tech, yes, exactly, sir. So I thought you'll be very heartening to hear this thing that, we have been thinking in parallel universes, but great minds think alike. So it's in more than one way that we are thinking like the Silicon Valley. But anyway, I wanted to emphasize this idea of leap tech. So finally, I'll just say that, we have institutional capabilities now. All of you have heard of Art Park, and if you have not visited Art Park, the exhibits at the pavilion, please do it. And this is again a partnership between the center and the state, which we have catalyzed to create, again, one of the preeminent deep tech infrastructures for acceleration of the next generation of deep tech startups, and all built within the last 3, 4, 5 years. I don't think there's another accelerator that has produced or producing as many deep tech startups as Art Park anywhere else in the country. So really I'm really truly very optimistic on where Karnataka can become this, factory for leap tech innovations. Thank you.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. It is indeed my pleasure to end up announcing the launch of the Bangalore Innovation Report. As T14 Capital from our side, we've been working on the Bangalore Innovation Report for a long period of time, because we realize very few people actually talk about the innovation and the great amount of work that we end up actually doing. Bangalore has always been a city of substance. Several other cities who try to emulate us are actually cities of volume. They do very little, but they talk a lot. In Bangalore, we do a lot, we actually talk very little. which is why this report ends up actually becoming the mouthpiece of all the innovation, of all the intellectual activity, of all the creativity that the city needs to end up actually offering. We have the highest number of unicorns on a per capita basis, which is basically there in the entire country or in the whole of Asia for that matter. In fact, 20% of all the people in Bangalore actually work in the software industry. If you add startups also into the mix, it goes up to 25%. We have more software engineers. We have more Bengali software engineers, Oriya software engineers, Gujarati software engineers than those own states end up actually having itself. Bangalore is a place where everyone actually comes to, because the two most important questions that any entrepreneur has is, one, what do I start? Two, which part of Bangalore do I end up actually starting it off in? And we've actually seen numerous cases of entrepreneurs end up actually coming to the city to show, which actually showcases how well we end up actually doing. And in the journey of India also, I believe there are going to be, one of the slogans that when I was growing up, I also end up hearing is that the basic needs of a person is actually roti, kapda, makan. But in Bangalore, it's actually IT, BT, now DT. Information technology, biotechnology, deep technology as well. And for the rest of the nation, whatever ends up actually getting built, that building will happen from Bangalore itself. If you were to look at the most valuable piece of real estate that's there around, it's not camellias or whatever happens in Delhi and all those fancy places over there. It's actually your very own phone screen. If you just open the home screen of your phone as of now, you will find the impact that Bangalore actually has. You'll find the impact that Karnataka has. Most of the most common apps you use for payment came from Bangalore. Maps, etc., Google Maps was born in Bangalore. For ordering your food, Swiggy is actually from Bangalore. Entering into the stock market for that matter, Zerodha is also from Bangalore. Any single aspect of life, and now Grow also for that matter is actually that. We have competition within that also. And even the software that ends up actually getting used to build that particular software was actually created in Bangalore. Now even the semiconductor verification and the chip design ends up actually coming in from Bangalore. There is no aspect of humanity that Bangalore hasn't actually touched. I think that is actually the greatest contribution that we as a city have actually made, not just to the nation, but to the entire world as well. And it's not just about IT. If you look at it when it comes to life sciences also, people talk about computer vision. People in Bangalore will actually give people who can't see actual vision. People talk about actually deep learning and everything. We've created amongst the largest edtech companies that end up actually getting created over there for that matter. If you look at, people talk about fast charging phones. There are companies in this city that can end up fast charging a bus in 10 minutes. It takes you 15 minutes to end up charging a phone to 80%. This can charge a bus to 80% within 10 minutes itself. That is the kind of innovation that the city actually breathes. I think one of the most important parts that we're doing is Bangalore's not lopsided growth. I think kudos to the Karnataka government for actually championing this. They're not only looking at Bangalore, they're looking at the whole of Karnataka also. And in the span of this report, we spend immense amount of time speaking about the various other states and various other regions within our glorious state itself. You look at Mangalore, you look at Mysore, you look at Dharwad, you look at Hubli. All of these particular areas have their own innate strength. And a large number of investors also now, every investor would always come to Bangalore to make a beeline here to find out what's actually happening. The smarter investors from Bangalore are actually going all across Karnataka to find these particular companies, to end up actually incubating them, to end up actually investing in them, and making them the kind of unicorns and giants that our country truly ends up actually deserving. And one of the things we've done, this is only a 60-page report. In fact, the research we have can actually go up to 600-odd pages. The biggest debate we had within the entire group was what can we include and what to end up actually excluding. And I think, true testament to Bangalore, there were three important pillars that we looked at when we were creating this report. One is progressive. We wanted Karnataka is amongst the most progressive states in the nation. Fantastic set of policies. We create policies, and more importantly, we put them to practice. They're not just lying on some table somewhere over there that people can download and end up actually seeing. It has a genuine impact on people's lives. And we've seen this in the high number of women entrepreneurs who end up actually getting up and starting up startups from Karnataka itself. We've seen this in the high inclusion of women within the workforce also. The second pillar we end up seeing is inclusivity. Bangalore and Karnataka as a state welcomes everyone actually coming in wherever. You can speak whatever language, you can speak whatever language, have whatever cuisine, listen to whatever music. You will end up finding people in Bangalore with that kind of kindred spirit. But I think it's important and respectful for anyone coming to Bangalore to respect the local culture, understand the local language, savor our local delicacies, and immerse themselves in truly what Bangalore has to end up offering. Third, I think this is the last part that I'm most proud of. Bangalore is among the most aggressive cities, aggressive in a good way, not aggressive the way some other people in some other cities end up actually acting, talking about mothers, fathers, and everything else when they're angry for that matter. We are aggressive in the right sense. If there's ever any idea, there's ever any innovation that has to be created, we will move heaven and earth to end up actually getting that done. People look at, as Prashant was actually saying, Bangalore doesn't look at solving the problems of the first 100 million others. We look at solving civilizational issues. Fast charging, when it comes to biotechnology, when it comes to battery and energy storage systems, when it comes to even using the implementation of AI, when it comes to legal aid, professional services, education, anything of the like, you will actually find a Bangalorean and will end up actually finding a person who was educated, born, or brought up within the glory state of Karnataka, playing a very, very strong role there. There are a large number of information that's actually present within this report. I'm very certain that once we put this report out now, this will end up actually changing the narrative of how Bengaluru ends up actually contributing, not just to our nation, but to the entire world. If Silicon Valley can build for the first 1 billion people coming to the internet, it is only going to be Bangalore that's going to build for the next 7 billion people who end up actually using that internet. So with that, I'd like to thank all of you, especially all the proud people in Bangalore and the people who've come here. You are truly the people whose story this is. So long as you keep innovating, we'll keep investing in them, and we'll end up actually building that further. And with that, I'd like to hand it over to Mr. Naidu also to end up actually speaking a little more about this report and his thoughts.
Just to make one comment, sir. I think the importance of innovation, like Siddharth was saying, I want all of you to take it to heart. And the way you translate it to action is I want a full page on this report tomorrow in each of your papers. I don't know if that's a very big ask, but that's how important this is for the state and our city. So that's just a request. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Prashant and Siddharth have mentioned how the Bangalore has been maintaining its lead. At the same time, what we are seeing in the exhibition and conferences are, there are a lot of interest that is coming out of the Beyond Bangalore clusters. In fact, Minister's LEAP program has been very well received, and under that, the Nipuna program is launched by the Minister. There are 4 institutional partners have signed an MOU to produce around 10,000 professionals in next 4 to 5 months. That itself is a big leap. And added to that, the clusters, there are 200 plus companies have come and getting exhibited in this exhibition under the LEAP Pavilion as well as STPA Pavilion. And then more than, I think, 20 plus companies have demonstrated their products there. They launched their products there. So what it means is whatever the impact that we created in Bangalore in terms of the technology leadership, either you call the deep tech or leap tech, the new term that Prashant has mentioned, one good thing that happens in Bangalore is last year we have been talking about the deep tech. By this year, the government has the policy and the framework how deep tech can be promoted. Likewise, today he mentioned the leap tech. Probably by next year, we'll come back and tell you how leap tech can be further grown in Bangalore so that Bangalore will continue to maintain that leadership. The third thing is when we talk about the GCCs, every GCC has been showing a lot of interest. And in fact, 2 of the large multinational companies committed by March 26, they will be going to launch their GCC centers in the Beyond Bangalore clusters. Likewise, there are many other inquiries that are following up. KDM team, along with the Department of IT and BT, they have been aggressively pursuing every lead that comes to, in Karnataka, that they will get the right information from the government so that they could take a decision to grow here. And then Bangalore Innovation Report itself is a showcase to demonstrate how Bangalore has been maintaining its leadership, and also, how this, see, one good thing in Bangalore is the technology is spread across the IT GCCs, how the innovation can be taken into the GCCs. Number 2, how the ESDM materials and all these companies they talked about. And the third is on the very specific to the startup community. So Bangalore is only the place in the country, probably in the world, that how these things can be taken in a balanced manner. Also, all the sectors are growing. The third thing is we always feel proud of the the Elevate program that is launched by the minister. And I think Elevate program is not just unique to India. Globally, it is a unique program. And that program has been very successful. In fact, sir, for your information, the other countries are using this word, Elevate word, in the Middle East and all that, in their new, launches. So that way, all the credit to the government of Karnataka and Priyanka Khargeji. And with this, I will request Manjulaji. I think.
Questions?
If you have any questions, ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ with respect to announcements of today, Elevate Next, LEAP program, Nipuna, or ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರ ವರದಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ನವರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಮೈಕ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ. Any questions from the press? From the press, please. There is a press field. Thank you.
Siddharth, you spoke about in the innovation report about per capita. So we don't have the report as yet. We've not seen the copy. But if you can elaborate a little bit on the stats that you've.
So this is the release, Shilpa. This is the report is released now. You'll have it in another 10 minutes.
It's actually in the it's on page 9, it's one of the first pages of the report itself. You see that we're world ranked number 1 for unicorns to GDP on a per capita ratio basis. So all the stats I spoke about, etc., directly come from the report itself. Some of these are things we haven't published in this report, but we'll end up actually publishing in a future report also. So what is there is, we'll make sure a copy is actually sent to you, and then we can end up actually going into some of these other details.
So you'll have the copy in another 5-10 minutes in your inboxes, or maybe it's already there. Anything else? ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Hi. So this Elevate Next that you were talking about, will this be for the first time beyond Bengaluru? Can you just
No, Elevate was always there. It was for entire Karnataka. In fact, the previous call of Elevate attracted close to 1,700 startups, out of which close to around 450 startups were from beyond Bengaluru. I mean outside Bengaluru. But this is, Elevate Next is a very deep tech specific grant for startups beyond Bengaluru. So the focus, like you're aware, we are focusing heavily on the deep tech decade program. So the next 10 years we will be ensuring that as much funding goes into deep techs and the technologies that actually solve real life problems across the state. Okay, I think we are done. Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Ajay Banal. I am from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Basically, I'm a Kannadiga as well. So, namaskara everyone.
ಅಲ್ಲೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಮತ್ತೆ?
I came here to understand how Bangalore is growing, and since I came from Ahmedabad, I would like to understand, like when it says elevate beyond Bangalore, any statement or guidance or advice for startup happening in other tier 2 cities like Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Pune?
You will have to make me the union minister for IT.
Come to Karnataka.
Yeah, or you shift to
Thank you,
Karnataka.
thank you.
Shift to Karnataka. Gujarat model does not work. Karnataka model is best.
That was a good one. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.